Introduction: the child who still lives inside you. Inside you lives a child. It's not a metaphor, it's not a poetic concept, it's a deep psychological reality. Inside you, somewhere in your heart, in some corner of your memory, in every cell of your body, lives the child you once were. That child has your same smile from back then, your same eyes full of curiosity, that way of laughing without fear of what others might think, that ability to marvel at an ant, at a cloud, at a raindrop. But they also hold the wounds no one saw, the tears no one dried, the fears no one embraced, the words they never heard and needed to hear. Carl Jung, the great Swiss psychiatrist, was one of the first to speak of this. He called it the inner child, and he said something that changed psychology forever. He said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." That unconscious child, those unhealed wounds, those unmet needs, they are still directing your life today, without you knowing it, without you wanting it. Here's a moment of silence for you to breathe with me. Today, we are going to do something beautiful. Something perhaps no one ever taught you to do. We are going to meet that child. We are going to sit with them. We are going to listen to them. But first, let's prepare the heart, because this exercise can be deep, and it's okay to feel. It's okay to cry. It's okay for something to move inside you. Close your eyes gently, as if you were closing them before sleep, without rush. Breathe, but not just any breath, a loving breath, one that tells your body, you are safe, I am here with you. Inhale slowly, pause of 4 seconds, and exhale as if you were letting go of something heavy. Pause of 6 seconds. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds, and exhale and feel your chest soften. Pause of 6 seconds. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds, and exhale and allow yourself to be here now with me. Pause of 6 seconds. Now bring your attention down to your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Don't analyze it, just feel it, as if you were placing your hand on a baby's chest to feel that they are alive. In that heart, in some deep place, lives a child, your child. Invite them to come out, gently, without forcing. Say to them silently, I am here. I'm not in a hurry. I want to know you. You don't need to see them clearly. You don't need to know their name, their age, their story. Just let them come closer. Let them peek out. Let them know there is someone who wants to see them. And if you feel like crying, cry. Those tears are a meeting. They are the child who has been waiting to be seen. When you feel it's enough, when you feel the meeting has ended for today, tell them, thank you for letting me see you. I will come back. I will not leave you anymore. Now, very slowly, like someone waking from a beautiful dream, begin to move your fingers, your toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes with the same gentleness with which you closed them. Initial call to action. If this exercise resonated with you, if you felt that child was there, leave it in the comments, an emoji, a word, anything. And if you haven't subscribed to Mindful Haven yet, I invite you to do so. Here we heal together. with love and without rush.
Chapter 1. What is the inner child? Let's talk more about this child, because understanding them is the first step to healing them. The inner child is not a romantic metaphor. It is a real psychological structure. It is the part of you that holds all the experiences, emotions, and memories of your childhood. It is your earliest self, the one that formed before you learned to wear masks. Dr. John Bradshaw, one of the great pioneers in inner child work, said, "The inner child is the part of us that never grows up, that remains innocent, vulnerable, and full of wonder. But it is also the part that holds the wounds that never healed." What wounds does the inner child carry? Wounds of abandonment, when they weren't there when you needed them? Wounds of rejection, when you were made to feel you weren't enough? Wounds of shame, when you were made to feel something was wrong with you? Wounds of injustice, when you were treated in ways you didn't deserve? And wounds of silence, when you weren't listened to, when you weren't validated. And here's something very important, and I want you to hear it with an open heart. This is not about blaming your parents. This is not about blaming anyone. Your parents did what they could with the tools they had. They also have their own wounded inner child. We are not here to point fingers. We are here to heal. And healing begins when we stop looking for who was at fault and start taking responsibility for our own healing. Dr. Gabor Maté, a physician and trauma expert, says, "It's not your fault what happened to you, but it is your responsibility to heal it, because no one else can do it for you."
Complete exercise 2, the inner photo album. Now let's do a beautiful exercise. Let's open the photo album of your memory, but without judging, without analyzing, just looking with love. Close your eyes gently. Breathe. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. One more time. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Imagine you have a photo album in front of you. It's the album of your childhood. Turn the pages slowly, without rush. Look at the photos. You're not looking for any particular one, just looking. You see that child you were. You see their eyes. You see their smile. You see their favorite shoes. You see their favorite toy. If a photo appears that hurts, don't avoid it. Look at it with compassion. That child wasn't to blame. That child was just living, feeling, being. If a beautiful photo appears, stay a little longer. Smile at that child. Tell them silently, "You are beautiful. I love seeing you happy." You don't need to do anything else today. Just look. Just remember. Just open your heart to those images. When you feel it's enough, close the album gently. Take one more deep breath. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes.
Chapter 2. The wounds we carry without knowing. When you were a child, you had needs. You needed to feel safe. You needed to feel loved. You needed to feel seen. You needed to feel that you mattered. When those needs weren't met, something happened. It's not that they stopped existing. They hid. They became invisible. But they remained there,
asking to be attended to. Psychologist Alice Miller, author of The Drama of the Gifted Child, explains that many children develop what she calls a false self, a mask, a personality that pleases adults, that doesn't bother, that is good to survive. The problem is that the true self gets left behind. The real child, with their real emotions, their real needs, hides. And the adult you grow into is that mask, not the real you. How do you know if your inner child is wounded? Here are some signs. They are not a diagnosis, they are just questions for you to observe yourself with love. Do you struggle to say no? That child learned that saying no had consequences, that pleasing was safer. Are you very hard on yourself? That child internalized the criticism. Now you are the one saying to them what was said to them before. Do you feel guilty about things that are not your responsibility? That child carried guilt that wasn't theirs. Now they carry it inside. Do you constantly seek validation? That child didn't receive the validation they needed. Now they seek it outside. Do you struggle to trust? That child learned that trusting was dangerous.
Complete exercise 3. Listen to the signs. Let's do an exercise of loving observation, not of judgment, just of awareness. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Ask yourself gently, like asking a dear friend, do I struggle to say no? Am I very hard on myself? Do I often feel guilty? Do I need others to tell me I have value? Do I struggle to trust? Don't answer quickly. Don't analyze. Just feel if any of these questions resonate in your body. Perhaps a lump in your throat. Perhaps a weight in your chest. Perhaps a tightness in your stomach. That sensation is not a defect. It is a signal. It is your inner child saying, that happened to me. That hurt me. Thank that signal. Tell it, thank you for showing me. Now I can begin to heal it. Take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes. Chapter 3. The masks we built. To survive, we all built masks. Dr. John Bradshaw identified several common masks of the wounded inner child. 1. The pleaser. Says yes to everything. Doesn't want to bother. Their fear is rejection. 2. The rebel. Says no to everything. Distrustful. Their fear is being controlled. 3. The perfectionist. Never satisfied. Demands perfection. Their fear is failure. 4. The invisible one. Doesn't bother. Doesn't speak up. Doesn't get noticed. Their fear is punishment. 5. The caretaker. Takes care of everyone except themselves. Their fear is abandonment. There are no good or bad masks. All were survival strategies. They helped you then, but today, perhaps, they no longer serve you. Perhaps they weigh you down. Perhaps they prevent you from being who you really are. Dr. Brené Brown says, masks protect us, but they also isolate us. They allow us to be accepted, but they prevent us from being known. The path of healing is not to destroy the mask all at once. It is with patience and love to loosen it little by little, to show the true face, slowly, without rush.
Complete exercise 4. Recognize your mask. This exercise is not to judge yourself. It is to look at yourself with honesty and tenderness. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Ask yourself, which of these masks have I used most in my life? The pleaser, the rebel, the perfectionist, the invisible one, the caretaker? Don't rush. If several resonate, that's okay. There is no single one. We are complex. Now ask that mask, what did you protect me from feeling? What did you help me avoid? And now, with much love, tell it. Thank you for protecting me. I no longer need to wear you all the time. I can start showing who I really am. When you're ready, take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes.
Chapter 4. Abandonment, the wound that hurts most. Of all the wounds of the inner child, there is one that hurts especially deeply: abandonment. I don't just mean physical abandonment. I mean emotional abandonment. When your parents were there, but they weren't there. When they didn't see your sadness. When they didn't celebrate your joy. When they didn't ask you, how are you feeling? Emotional abandonment is silent. It leaves no visible bruises, but it leaves deep wounds. The inner child learns that they don't matter, that their emotions are not important, that they are alone. Dr. Jonas Webb, a psychologist specializing in emotional neglect, says, emotional neglect is the absence of something. It's what didn't happen, the questions they didn't ask you, the hugs they didn't give you, the words you didn't hear. The abandoned child grows up with a deep belief: I am not important. I don't deserve attention. I don't deserve love. And that belief becomes a filter through which you see the world. You expect abandonment. You expect rejection. And sometimes, without meaning to, you provoke it. Complete exercise 5, the hug that never came. This exercise can be deep. Allow yourself to feel. There's no rush. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Remember a moment in your childhood when you needed a hug and it didn't come. When you needed to be listened to and you weren't listened to. When you needed to be seen and you weren't seen. Don't force the memory. If it doesn't come, imagine such a moment. Create a scene. Now, visualize that you, the adult you are today, enter that scene. You approach that child. You crouch down to their level. You look them in the eyes. You tell them, I see you. I know you're sad. I know you need a hug. I am here. I am not going to leave you. And you hug them. You hug them with all your heart. You hold them. You tell them you are important. You deserve love. You deserve to be seen. Stay in that hug as long as you need. There's no rush.
That child has been waiting for this hug for a long time. When you feel it's enough, take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes slowly.
Chapter 5. The inner child is not broken. Here, I want to stop and tell you something very important, perhaps the most important thing in this entire video. Listen to me carefully. Your inner child is not broken. Sometimes we think that if something hurts, it's because it's broken. But pain is not a sign of brokenness. Pain is a sign of life. Pain is a sign that something needs attention. Your inner child doesn't need to be fixed. They need to be seen. They need to be listened to. They need to be loved. Dr. Gordon Neufeld, a psychologist specializing in child development, says, children don't need to be fixed. They need to be understood. When a child feels understood, their behavior changes naturally. The same applies to your inner child. You don't need to fix them. You need to understand them. You need to sit with them. You need to give them the place they never had. Your inner child is not a problem to be solved. They are a part of you to be known.
Complete exercise 6. The child's qualities. Let's remember the beauty of that child, not just the pain, also the light. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Remember that child, not in their moments of pain, in their moments of joy. What made them laugh? What fascinated them? What made their eyes shine? Were they curious, creative, adventurous, shy but sensitive, kind, a dreamer? Those qualities didn't disappear. They only fell asleep. They are there, waiting for you to wake them up. Smile at that child. Tell them, I still have you there. You are still part of me. I'm going to let you come out more often. Now, ask yourself, how can I honor those qualities today? How can I let that child play a little more? Take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes.
Chapter 6. The Promises You Made. When you were a child, you made promises. Not promises with words, promises with your heart. Silent vows to protect yourself. Some of those promises were, I will not cry anymore. Tears don't help. I will not bother anyone. If I don't bother, I won't get hurt. I will not trust anyone. Trust is dangerous. I will be perfect. That way, no one can criticize me. I will take care of everyone. That way, no one has to take care of me. Those promises helped you survive. They were intelligent. They were necessary. But today, perhaps, you no longer need them. Dr. Nicole LePera, a psychologist known as the holistic psychologist, says, the promises you made as a child were survival contracts. But today, as an adult, you can renegotiate those contracts. You can say, I no longer need to not cry. I can cry, and it's okay. I no longer need to please everyone. I can say no. I no longer need to be perfect. I can make mistakes.
Let's do something brave. let's renegotiate an old promise. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Ask your inner child, what promise did you make to protect yourself? Listen to the answer. It may come as a word, an image, a sensation. Now tell them with much love, I understand you. That promise helped you then, but today I'm the adult. I can protect you. You no longer need that promise. Offer them a new promise, an adult promise. I promise to listen to you. I promise not to abandon you. I promise to take care of you. That new promise is the foundation of your healing. Take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes. Chapter 7. Forgiving the Child. To heal the inner child, you need to forgive. Not a forgiveness that justifies the harm, a forgiveness that frees you. First, forgive the child. That child wasn't to blame. They didn't know what they didn't know. They did what they could with what they had. They didn't deserve what happened to them. It wasn't their responsibility. Tell them, I forgive you, not for having done something wrong, but for having carried responsibilities that weren't yours. It wasn't your fault. Second, forgive the adults, your parents, your caregivers, not to absolve them, to free yourself. Because as long as you don't forgive, you will remain tied to them, and you deserve to be free. Dr. Fred Luskin from Stanford University says, forgiveness is not justifying what happened. It is freeing yourself from the power the past has over you. You don't need to say it to them. You can do it in your heart, for you, for your peace.
Complete exercise 8, loving forgiveness. This exercise is for you, for your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Visualize your inner child in front of you. Look at them with the eyes of your heart. Tell them, I forgive you for everything you couldn't do. It wasn't your responsibility. I forgive you for carrying guilt that wasn't yours. I forgive you for staying silent when you wanted to speak. I forgive you for hiding to survive. Now, if you can, visualize your parents or caregivers. If you can't, that's okay. Just do it with the child. Tell them, I forgive you for what you couldn't give me, for what you couldn't be. It wasn't my fault, and it will no longer be my burden. Feel how the weight decreases. Feel how your chest opens. Feel how the light enters where there was darkness. Take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes slowly.
Chapter 8. The Adult the Child Needed.
Complete exercise 9, the loving adult. This is one of my favorite exercises. It's a gift you give to yourself. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Visualize your inner child. There they are, perhaps a little scared, perhaps a little hopeful. Now visualize the adult you are today, the one who has lived, learned, grown. That adult approaches the child. The adult crouches down, looks into their eyes, smiles, and tells them, "From now on, I will take care of you. I will protect you. I will listen to you. You are not alone. I am here, and I am not going anywhere." The child looks at you. Perhaps they doubt. Perhaps they cry. Perhaps they smile. It doesn't matter. You stay there. Take their hand or hug them and tell them, "We go together. You will no longer carry this alone. I am your loving adult. I will always be here for you." That is healing. It's not magic. It's presence. It's commitment. It's love. Take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes slowly. Chapter 9. Integration. The child and the adult together. The goal of this journey is not to leave the child behind. It is not to get over childhood. It is to integrate. Dr. Carl Jung said, "The goal of life is to integrate all parts of ourselves." That means the child and the adult walk together, that the child can play and the adult can protect, that the child can dream and the adult can build, that the child can cry and the adult can hold. Dr. Nicole LaPera says, "Healing is not about getting rid of your inner child. It's about learning to be the parent they always needed." When you integrate, you become more complete, more whole, more you. Complete Exercise 10. Integration. This is an exercise of celebration, of recognizing the path traveled. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. Visualize your inner child and your inner adult side by side. Hold their hands. Now imagine that they merge. They don't disappear. They integrate. The adult embraces the child. The child embraces the adult. They become one. Feel that integrated person. That person is you, complete, whole, with your lights and your shadows, with your history and your present. Tell that person you are enough, you are beautiful, you are complete. Take a deep breath. Inhale, pause of 4 seconds. Exhale, pause of 6 seconds. And open your eyes. Epilogue. The return home and final call to action. We have traveled a beautiful and profound path. We have met your inner child. We have listened to their wounds. We have recognized their masks. We have embraced their abandonment. We have remembered their light. We have renegotiated their promises. We have forgiven. We have been the adult they needed. and we have integrated them. But I want you to take away something more important than all this information. I want you to take away the certainty that your inner child doesn't need to be fixed. They need to be loved. You don't need to be perfect to heal. You just need to be willing. You just need to look inward with compassion. You just need to say, I am here. I'm not leaving. I see you. Dr. John Bradshaw wrote, "The inner child is not a corny concept. It is the soul. It is the part of you that knows who you really are." Today, that child has been seen, has been heard, has been loved. Complete exercise 11, the loving commitment. This is the last exercise, a commitment, not from obligation, from love. Close your eyes. Breathe. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Inhale. Pause of 4 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 6 seconds. Place your hand on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the warmth of your hand. Repeat with me silently, or if you feel comfortable, quietly. I see you, inner child. I hear you. I embrace you. From now on, I will take care of you. I will protect you. I will love you. You are not alone. I am your loving adult. We go together, always. One more time. I see you, inner child. I hear you. I embrace you. I will take care of you. We go together, always. That commitment is yours. It is not an obligation. It is a gift. The gift you always deserved, and that today you give to yourself. When you're ready, open your eyes slowly, with the same gentleness with which you closed them.
Final call to action. If this video has resonated with you, if you have felt that something inside you has moved, softened, healed, then the time we have shared has been worth it. Now, I want to ask you for 3 things, 3 simple actions from the heart. First, like this video. It's a way of saying this matters, of telling the world that healing the inner child is important. Your like is a vote for more loving content like this. Second, share it. Think of someone you know who has childhood wounds, someone who was that child who needed to be seen, someone who perhaps doesn't know they can heal. Share this video with that person. Maybe, just maybe, this message will be the hug they always needed. Third, subscribe. If you haven't already, subscribe to Mindful Haven. Hit the bell. Here, every week, we heal together, with love, without rush. You are not alone on this path. We accompany you. Closing and farewell. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sitting with your inner child. Thank you for being the adult they needed. Remember, healing is not a destination, it is a path. And today, you have taken a beautiful step, a step toward yourself, toward your child, toward your heart. Take a deep breath now before you continue with your day. Inhale. Pause of 3 seconds. Exhale. Pause of 5 seconds. Place your hand on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. That heartbeat is your life. And now your child also beats within it. The child and the adult together. Finally, at home. See you in the next video at Mindful Haven, your space to heal with love. Peace to you, peace to yours, peace to the world.